Howdy everybody, and welcome to another video with me, Craig Bryan. Thank you for joining me, and you join me at the beautiful Ballycastle. I'm not actually even in the nicest bit. This is actually one of my favourite towns in the whole of Northern Ireland. Absolutely beautiful place. The main street down there is so colourful, and then you've got this sort of lovely harbour area. If you've watched one of my only 2 shorts I've ever made, it was because there was a lovely rainbow going over here all the way to my destination today. You can just see at the end of my finger there, we are going to Rathlin Island. I cannot wait. I've been waiting to go here literally for decades. I can remember seeing it. Now this is one thing I didn't expect to see here. That there, I know that font, and I know when it's got red on the top there, that's Calmac. That is a Calmac sign. This actually used to be a Calmac route, and I can remember when I was a little kid seeing that on the Calmac map that they produced in their timetables and that. And I was like, oh, they've got a little route outside of Scotland, and they used to run this route. And then after then, it was the Rathlin Island Ferry Company, I think that's what they were called, until last year, 2023, when they went bankrupt or insolvent or whatever it's called. And overnight, I think it's called Dunaverty, who run Kintra boat tours. I haven't done this on purpose, but actually there's the sign there, Kintra boat tours. They took over. They were basically given the contract to run this lifeline service, because Rathlin Island isn't just a tourist destination, it is an inhabited island. So I cannot wait to get on board, but I've just seen the ferry that I'm getting. I'm getting 2 different ferries, the Kintra 2 from the Kintra boat tours there, which is a little catamaran. It's tiny and there's a little bit of a bobbing, and then there is the Spirit of Rathlin, which is like a car ferry as well. So join me on board. I should have said I don't have my microphone. I left it in Newcastle if you were watching the last video, so sorry about that. I will have to shout. And I just checked it out. It looks a little bit better than I was expecting. It's a lot better than the forecast. Tomorrow is supposed to be horrendous. We're supposed to be getting the ferry back to to Scotland from Northern Ireland P&O. I think it might get cancelled tomorrow. But that doesn't look too bad. Famous last words. But there's a probably weird mix of 2 types of water over there. I'll do a little zoomed in shot of it, but that is very strange. But yeah, to check in, I went inside to check in. She was like, oh, you don't have to do this, you just have to walk up to the boat about like 10 minutes before it leaves. So it leaves at 1 o'clock, it's about 1:45 now, so I'm gonna have a slow wander down. It's the Spirit of Rathlin leaves from the actual slipway, because obviously it's a car ferry. The Kintra just stops just behind it. It's dead easy, you can see it. But even in a small swell like this, it is very, very small. So I'm going to pop some seasickness tablets just in case, and we'll have a great time. getting bigger. This is class. You can't tell. Well, I'm just in the bus shelter now on Rathlin Island. Didn't even know there was a bus. I sort of had an inkling actually. Steve Marsh, massive shout out, one of the best YouTubers in the world, genuinely mean that. He came here and I wouldn't have known about the West Lighthouse, which is upside down. I hope you can hear it. So you can hear the rains coming down on this lovely fiberglass roof. But that was mint. Now I know it looked rough. It was alright. It was up and down a bit, but that was absolutely class banter. That was such a nice boat. Everybody's so friendly. The people, the staff, having a good chat with the staff. Mairead and Paul, massive shout out. They've got a house on Rathlin. They live in Ballycastle. They've been so helpful, giving us ideas, including the bus. I didn't even know that it was running today, but I've been assured that I think it is up at the Lighthouse and it's coming back now. Sad thing though is the Spirit of Rathlin, the car ferry, is not running because it's getting some maintenance done to it. So I was going to do a little bit of a comparison between the two. Apparently the Spirit of Rathlin, even though it's bigger, because it's a conventional ferry, it's monohull, not a catamaran, it actually feels and rolls the waves a little bit more than that one, because that was great. I've just took one seasickness tablet half an hour before and it was literally like a fun roller coaster. It wasn't terrible at all, even though it was a little bit of movement, especially when you get out of the harbour in Ballycastle. The waves got a little bit bigger, but that was such good crack. I would highly recommend you come here and come on board the Kintra 2 as well. I think that was built in 2022 or something like that, and then they've took over from the Rathlin Island Ferry Company and they do a great job, and the people are just so nice. I did get told that there's a possibility that the ferry might not run later on, so if I get stranded, Mairead and Paul have said that I should knock on their house and they wouldn't leave me stranded, which is very nice of them. But yes, hopefully it doesn't come to that, although I have received a text about my ferry tomorrow due to a storm is being cancelled. My P&O ferry has eventually been cancelled, so yes, I better sort that out. But I'm just going to sit here, wait for the bus. Okay, another change of plan. So I've been waiting there for about an hour at that bus. I mean, I was just eating my dinner. I've still got a little bit left. And the bus turned up to some bar just down here. So I'm walking through. It's so nice, by the way. This is, I think it's called Church Bay. This is just absolutely gorgeous. I mean, I would absolutely love to own one of these houses. But yeah, so I think the bus, it was a big yellow bus. and I was expecting it to come to the, you know, the bus stop. That's where they normally come. Anyway, I'm only joking. But it ended up like parking up for ages at this bar, and this is driven off up the other way, so I've totally missed it if that was the bus. But yes, so a new change of plan. Instead of going to Rathlin West Lighthouse, so I'm just giving the, you know, signal that I'm not a complete weirdo to that man in the car. But yes, instead of going to the West Lighthouse, which is upside down, which is a shame, I'm going to walk because it's much closer. It would have been a 2-hour walk nearly, maybe an hour and 45 minutes to get there. But I'm just going to go to the East Lighthouse, which is lovely. It overlooks, it's sort of northeast actually, so I'll see the other side. So all of the roads, there's the sign there, lead up this way. So I'm going to have a little half-an-hour walk, have a look at the lighthouse, and then I've rang the office because basically the Spirit of Rathlin's not running. Nobody told us what the crack was, but apparently this tiny little boat called Aquaholics is going to take me back at 5 o'clock, and that it's definitely going to run according to the lady there. All of the boats are off tomorrow, so I do not want to get stranded. So yes, hopefully that works out. But yes, I'm just going to have a little walk to the East Lighthouse and get back here in time for that other boat. Hello cows, you are so cute, little calf. And what a nice place you live. Bye bye. Lovely walk. Let's see, the lighthouse just appearing there. Let's go. Well, I hope you can hear me through the wind. We are here at Rathlin East Lighthouse. This is as close as I can get, because it's got like a big no end beside it as well. But I can't remember the climb. It's lovely to see all the different bits of land here. So just beyond there, you can just see there is the Mullican Tyre. That's in Scotland on the island of Great Britain. And if you sweep around here, we've got Northern Ireland in the distance there. You can't just see it yet, you can just see it there. Is Fairhead and Torhead. Torhead is the closest point on the island of Ireland to Great Britain, and you'll not be able to see it, but I can. Out there is the island Isla. I can't see it, but the rain is just coming. You can just see in the distance there on the horizon, and I can definitely see the Isle of Isla. Absolutely amazing to see how close these places are. Well, I'm glad to say the Aquaholics boat that is standing for our ferry today, because the Spirit of Rathlin has got some technical difficulties, is here. I was sat in the pub over there overlooking the bay, nice little pub, and I saw the Kintra 2, the 4 o'clock sailing, and I trusted the lady on the phone, and I let it go and said, that'll be me trapped here for 2 days. There is no ferries here tomorrow because of Storm Kathleen. It has a name, the storm. But yes, I will be riding that white one there just behind the Aquaholics, who usually do sea safaris, dives, and I think you can even get yourself to Isla in Scotland on them as well. I've just had a look at their website. Yes, I'd just be glad that I'm getting back to the island of Ireland later on today. So yeah, got about 10 minutes left, get on board, and then back to Ballycastle. It's a far cry from the Stunner. Super fast, but you know what? She will do if that gets me back safely later on. Also, the bus was here. It's now sat at the bus stop I was here for about an hour at. But yes, it does exist, but maybe book ahead. I don't know if you can do that because it didn't come and pick me up late before. made it. My hair nearly did, but we made it back to Ballycastle. That was mint. That second boat, I think I probably enjoyed that even more than the Kintra 2. The Kintra 2 is a lovely boat as well, a lovely catamaran. But that one, Aquaholics they're called. If you ever want to do scuba diving or whatever they do, that was such a lovely, comfortable interior. Like these armchairs, cushioned armchairs with like suspension on them as well, so when the boat was bouncy it would go up and down. You could actually see the guy driving it say thank you driver, as if it's like a bus. But yes, that was absolutely class. I highly recommend you take the trip. If you come over to Northern Ireland, don't be put off by like a little ferry like that, because that was lovely. Rathlin is absolutely beautiful. It is a lovely evening, and some of that wind and waves that were predicted have not come yet. They're going to come tomorrow, but that was a lovely crossing, a lovely day out. Thank you so much for joining. This will be the end of the video now, and I'll see you in the next one.